Hello, beautiful people. This morning rather, I was having a conversation with my son, who is my oldest of the three. And I asked him if I had ever shared with him a video that I made, which is a compilation of pictures of him from being a little person to being the big grown person he is, where I talk over the video with a poem that I've written called A Son. And he said, "No, but I'm sure you're going to send it to me." I said, "Of course I am." Which is hilarious because he acts like he doesn't care because he's an Aquarius, so maybe he doesn't. But he does. But I digress. And I did a poem for him because I'd done a poem for my daughters who recently had a birthday. And the poem was called My Daughters, or A Daughter. I can't remember. But in any case, it got me to thinking about parents who, and let me preface this by saying I'm not a perfect parent. I do the best I can with what I know, or did the best I could with what I knew, okay? But I started to think about, do we as a people speak life or death into our young people? Let me explain. I've been around family members, I've been around random people, I've been in public spaces where I hear parents or other adults call young people stupid, dumb, lazy, ignorant. And sometimes they say this referencing the absentee parent, which is you doubling down on what you said to that kid, because not only did you just say that I act this way, you also are saying that the other half that created me is where I got it from. I don't think people realize how much that kills the spirit of a young person. People may not always remember what you said to them, but they will remember how it made them feel. If somebody pops you on the hand, it'll hurt for the moment and then it goes away. You probably forget about it. But when somebody says you're stupid, like that absentee parent, or you're dumb, those words live rent-free in some people's heads. You're killing their spirit versus saying, "Hey, I appreciate you trying that. You did a pretty good job, but let me show you how to do that." Or, "Yeah, that was a good try, but let me show you where you went wrong." That helps them build their confidence, number one, to try again. And number two, because it shows you appreciated them even putting forth the effort. We really need to stop speaking negativity and death into people. And I say death because you're killing their spirit. Think about a job. If I'm at a job where all I'm told is what I'm doing wrong, all I'm told is negative things, first of all, given my personality, I'm probably not going to be there long. I deserve better than that. So, there's that. But if my supervisor or coworker or whomever comes to me and says, "Hey, on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you did a phenomenal job, or you did a great job, but 6, 7, and 8, I think we need to work on those." I'm okay with that because nobody is perfect, and there's always room for improvement. There's always room to grow. When you stop growing, you might as well be dead. Because from what I hear, even with corpses, the nails and hair still grow. So I can't even use that as an example. But everything grows. So if you are correcting me with the goal of showing me how to do something the right way, that builds my confidence in me trying to do it on my own. versus you always telling me negative things, which is going to make me feel like, well, I'm never going to get it right, so why do I keep trying? Just something to ponder. Are you speaking life or are you speaking death? That is my thought for the day. This is Shiwan. Have an amazing rest of your day.